My name is Vineet. I'm going to take you a session today on the Geography GS. I will give you a brief introduction about the General Studies Geography syllabus, and I would love to take some of the queries regarding from your end with respect to the same Geography General Studies. If you have any queries regarding optionals also, you can ask those questions also. I'll try my best to help you with that. Now, when you talk about the General Studies, paper 1 and paper 3, this is from geography. In paper 1, there you will find geography component, and mainly the part is there from world physical geography. I'll explain you what this world physical geography is. And then in paper 3, apart from other subjects, you have Indian geography, in this you have mainly agriculture part, Indian industries, Indian resources. Resources can be of several types. It can be energy resources, mineral based resources. Then in mineral based resources it can be metallic and non-metallic. Energy based it can be renewable and non-renewable energy. Now one more component which is very important is also in this part, which is our environment, ecology and biodiversity, along with disaster management. So it means per paper in GS is of 250 marks. Paper 4 of ethics is the only paper which has the highest weightage of 250 marks. Apart from that, if you see in geography, geography is in paper 1 and paper 3. So it means it can also accumulate towards the second highest marks. Now why this is important? If you understand one thing about the geography, geography plays a very crucial role in addressing various global challenges and informing decision making processes, like understanding Earth, what I mean by this understanding Earth, evolution of Earth, origin of Earth, then interior of Earth, plate movements, their resultant outcomes, some theories like continental drift theory. After that, relief features, mountains, plains, plateaus. Now we can also consider this part in our physical geography, which is called as geomorphology. So another part is there, climate and weather patterns. Geography helps us in understanding climate and weather patterns. What I mean by this climate and weather patterns, geography provides insight in the weather patterns, climate systems and the factors influencing them. This knowledge is very important for predicting the natural disasters like hurricanes, droughts, floods and understanding impact of climate change. I'm just trying to give you an overview of the syllabus. And after that, you have another component which is oceanography. Here we will discuss about the physical features of the ocean like temperature, salinity, density, and then along with bottom relief of the oceans. So this is the physical component of the geography. We'll not only discuss here for India, we will discuss it for the whole world. Similarly, there is another part which is called as human geography. Now, if I go ahead it in detail, geography, let me divide it. Physical geography of world, physical geography of India, and then we have one more component here which we say human geography. But we will try to focus on this human geography of India. What all we gonna study here? In this part, you have geomorphology, then you can have another part, climatology, then oceanography. Let me give you a first brief view of this. Geo means earth, morphology means different features there. Now, in this geomorphology part, what we gonna study is there origin of earth, interior of earth, plate tectonics, volcanic activities. We can call them geophysical phenomena also. Then we can discuss about river profile there, mechanism of earthquake, mechanism of volcano, some endogenetic and exogenetic forces. We will be discussing there about weathering, mass wasting, erosion, transportation, and yes, then there is a part landform. But since 2013, the UPSC has changed its pattern. Questions are not on a large scale coming from the landform part. Now question is, do we need to leave this part? No, but we need not go into the detailed part of these landforms. We can study about some of the basic landforms like riverine landforms related or fluvial landforms, deltas, river meandering. Similarly, some landforms related to wind, some with respect to glaciers, karst landforms, marine landforms, but not in detail, because detail of these landforms is an optionals. Then, when we talk about this climatology, what is there in climatology? In this climatology, there we will first discuss the very basics of, let's say, if you talk about some basic phenomena like what is rotation of earth, revolution of earth. What will this part cover? Basics of NCERT. So here we will also cover the basic fundamental information given in the NCERTs also. After this, we will be discussing latitudes, longitudes, but this part we have to discuss only with respect to your prelims. After that, there can be atmosphere, composition of atmosphere, significance of atmosphere, atmospheric pressure, temperature, insolation, distribution of temperature and insolation. Then we will be discussing something, winds, types of winds, how winds are generated, that means factors generating the wind. After that, we can discuss few more phenomena which are also the part of some of the natural disasters in India, like tropical cyclone. Very important. We here have to study what is tropical cyclone, what are the favorable conditions required for the formation of tropical cyclone, what are the stages of the formation of tropical cyclone, and then we have to discuss about structure and weather phenomena associated with tropical cyclone, and then NDMA guidelines which helps us in understanding the mitigation effects of the tropical cyclone. Then you have another part here called as air masses and fronts, very important topic, and this frontogenesis give rise to temperate cyclone. Now, this information you will also find in your basic NCERTs. So, what it helps us in understanding, NCERTs are very important part of your preparation. You cannot avoid NCERTs, and here in Tathastu, we will also discuss the basic NCERTs apart from your advanced part of the syllabus. Now, there can be precipitations and its types, like you have snowfall, rainfall, hail, sleet, how they are formed, how they are different from each other. We can discuss here about humidity, types of humidities, very important. There can be a question from mains as well as in prelims from this part. So this is the part which you will get easily in your NCERTs. So that's why NCERT become a very important part, I will repeat it again, of your preparation. Apart from this, if we add some part here, climate change, I will try to break it up, try to understand in this way. In your syllabus, it is clearly mentioned, impact of climate change. So the impact of climate change can be on lithosphere. Can I say litho means rocks, sphere of rock? It means impact of climate change on lithosphere. Impact of climate change on atmosphere. कि एटमॉस्फेयर में क्लाइमेट चेंज का क्या इंपैक्ट है, एंड इंपैक्ट ऑफ क्लाइमेट चेंज ऑन हाइड्रोस्फीयर. व्हाट इज हाइड्रोस्फीयर? द पार्ट ऑफ वाटर. कैन आई से लाइक सी लेवल चेंज, ओशन एसिडिफिकेशन. इज दिस क्लियर? सो दिस इज व्हाट वी बेसिकली हैव टू स्टडी हियर. नाउ अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस पार्ट, not only this, so climate change. Now let me tell you difference. Most of the people think climate change तो environment में पढ़ेंगे. In environment and ecology you will discuss international conventions regarding the climate change. But what are the causes of climate change? What are the different impact of climate change? That we're going to study here in geography only. Like UPSC has asked question also on this. Impact of melting of permafrost, impact of melting of cryosphere. So it means first we need to understand what is permafrost, what is cryosphere. And again, if you talk about the newspapers like the Hindu and Indian Express, they become also very important for you in your preparation phase. Let me repeat it again. Nothing can replace the newspapers. Every day at least you should read the newspaper and some important articles. Let me talk about here with respect to geography and environment. Whatever information you get, you need to collect it. When and then your classes will begin, or when you, even if you are reading or studying yourself, if you are not able to understand anything, you can ask your concerned faculty regarding that. Is this clear? Now, in this oceanography, now what is left here is oceanography. In oceanography, you will first discuss ocean bottom relief. What I mean by this, जिससे अगर हम लैंड की बात करें, यह माउंटेन्स, प्लेट्यूज, प्लेन्स, coastal area. As you move from land towards sea, your journey towards the sea, you will find different reliefs there also, like continental shelf, continental slope, continental rise, and abyssal floor, or we can call it abyssal plain. Again, see, NCERT becomes very important because this whole information is given in NCERT also. Is it clear? But here you need not to study about the ocean bottom relief of Indian Ocean, Pacific Ocean or Atlantic Ocean, because that part is specifically with respect to your optionals. इसके बाद इसका मतलब ओशन के अंदर क्या है? प्लेन एरियाज भी है, स्लोप एरियाज भी हैं, स्टीप स्लोप एरियाज भी हैं, और इस फ्लोर में, एबिसल फ्लोर में आपको माउंटेन्स ही मिलेंगे, अंडर वाटर माउंटेन्स विच आर वॉल्केनिकली एक्टिव कॉल्ड एज रिजेस, सी माउंट्स, trenches, submarine canyons. And apart from this, you have physical properties of ocean water: temperature, salinity, and density. What you have to study here, why ocean water temperature is important, what is process of heating of ocean water, what is process of cooling of ocean water, and what are the factors controlling ocean water temperature. अब prelims के लिए ये important हो जाता है. From these factors they can ask you any question. Then we have to focus on another part which is vertical and horizontal distribution of temperature. Now what it means? Vertical means, let's say आप tropical sea surface पे हैं. With depth, what will happen to the temperature? Or you are at the polar sea surface, with depth, what will happen to the temperature? Whether it will increase, decrease, remain constant, that we have to study. Horizontal means, if there is an ocean, assume this is earth, this is land, and this is in between water. And in between, if I say this is equator and this is poles. While moving from equator to poles, this is horizontal or latitudinal. Whether temperature will increase, whether temperature will decrease, we have to study that part. Similarly, when we talk about here salinity, why salinity is important? Factors controlling salinity. And then we have another part here, which is vertical and horizontal distribution of salinity. Is it clear? So मैं ये क्यों आपको पूरा syllabus का analysis दे रहा हूं? So that if you open your NCERTs, आप 11th 12th की अगर खाली NCERT पढ़ लेंगे, that will be even suffice. But my suggestion will be from 6th to 12th class NCERTs. न्यू NCERTs बेटर रहेंगी अगर लेंगे तो इनको आप पढ़ सकते हैं आराम से. एंड आई एश्योर यू आपका बहुत सारा बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग क्लियर हो जाएगा. प्रॉब्लम क्या आता है, रादर रीडिंग NCERT स्टूडेंट डायरेक्टली जंप टू द एडवांस बुक. बट आपको बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग होना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. इस बार भी अगर आप प्रीलिम से क्वेश्चन देखेंगे, देयर वाज अ क्वेश्चन ऑन द इंसुलेशन पार्ट व्हिच वाज डायरेक्टली आस्क्ड फ्रॉम द NCERT. So what is density? It is a function of salinity and temperature. So it means अगर हम salinity temperature अच्छी तरह पढ़ लेते हैं तो ocean water density भी हम easily समझ पाएंगे. Is this clear? समझ आ रहा है? Now after that you have another topic here called as ocean currents. Large mass of water moving in ocean is ocean current. This is of two types. One is warm current, another is cold current. Now, these currents can be surface current and deep underwater current. अगर कोई पानी लोअर लैटिट्यूड इक्वेटर से पोल्स की तरफ जाएगा तो गर्म ही रहेगा, पोल से अगर नीचे की तरफ आएगा तो ठंडा रहेगा. और ओशन के बॉटम पे जब हम नीचे जाएंगे वहां पे हमेशा अंडर वाटर करंट चलेंगी, जिनको हम क्या कहते हैं, कोल्ड करंट्स. कैसे चलती हैं, उनकी क्या वेलोसिटी रहती है, हाउ दे आर डिफरेंट फ्रॉम द सरफेस करंट्स, दैट विल डिस्कस हियर. ये ओशन करंट्स आपको 3 ओशंस के लिए पढ़नी है. एक तो हमें पढ़नी है पैसिफिक ओशन के लिए, अटलांटिक ओशन के लिए और एक इंडियन ओशन के लिए। इज दिस क्लियर? सो इट मीन्स इन सारे ओशंस में कुछ पानी गर्म होगा, कुछ पानी ठंडा भी होगा। इज दिस क्लियर? तो इसको हम आगे डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे। ये आपका एक पार्ट आता है फिजिकल ज्योग्राफी का। अब इसी में आगे आपका दूसरा पार्ट जो है वो है इंडियन ज्योग्राफी का। बट इस पूरे पार्ट के लिए आप मेनली किस पे फोकस करेंगे? एनसीईआरटीज पे। होप इट इज क्लियर। नाउ अगर हम अब इंडियन ज्योग्राफी की बात करें, इसमें पहले आता है फिजिकल इंडिया। इस फिजिकल इंडिया को हम क्या कहते हैं? इसी को हम कहते हैं फिजियोग्राफी ऑफ इंडिया। मतलब फिजियोग्राफी मीन स्टडी ऑफ फिजिकल फीचर्स। क्या क्या हो सकते हैं? ग्रेटर हिमालयाज है हमारे पास, प्लेट्यू है हमारे पास, पेनिनसुलर प्लेट्यू, देन वी हैव प्लेन्स हियर, कोस्टल प्लेन्स हियर, वी हैव डेजर्ट एरिया, थार डेजर्ट इज देयर, आइलैंड्स आर देयर, कोस्टल प्लेन्स आर देयर। ये सब कैसे बने, इनके क्या कैरेक्टरिस्टिक फीचर है, हिमालय फॉर्मेशन कैसे हुआ, हिमालयाज के क्या कैरेक्टरिस्टिक फीचर है, ग्रेटर हिमालयाज, मिडिल हिमालय, शिवालिक्स, वो सब आपको यहां पढ़ना है। इसके बाद इसी में एक और पार्ट आता है जो है इंडियन क्लाइमेट। अब देखिए कैसे इंटरलिंक्ड है। वर्ल्ड ज्योग्राफी में जो अपने क्लाइमेटोलॉजी में पढ़ा उसी का एप्लीकेशन यहां पढ़ना है। लाइक हम यहां पे मेनली फोकस करेंगे इंडियन मॉनसून को। हम कुछ क्लाइमेट चेंज फिनोमिनास पढ़ेंगे, एल नीनो, ला नीना, इंडियन ओशन डाइपोल, सदर्न ऑसिलेशन, एमजेओ एक्सेट्रा, और वीकेंड से मदौकी। इनमें से जैसे एल नीनो, ला नीना, इंडियन ओशन डाइपोल पे यूपीएससी ने बहुत बार प्रीलिम्स से क्वेश्चन पूछे। इसी के बाद एक और फिजिकल पार्ट आता है इंडियन सॉइल्स। फर्स्ट हम पढ़ेंगे व्हाट आर द फैक्टर्स which results into the formation of soil, and then we will discuss about what are the different types of soil, and then we will discuss about what is soil erosion and what are the consequences of soil erosion, very important, and what are the mitigation measures through which we can control the soil erosion. Can I say also part of natural disaster? Okay. After that we can study here floods, causes of flood, flood prone areas in India, consequences of flood and mitigation measures. So we are simultaneously covering disaster management here, very important for your mains. After that you have here drainage system of India. इस साल अगर आप देखो, और on an average every year there is 1 or 2 question from the river system, like Himalayan rivers, then peninsular rivers, जैसे Indus and its tributaries. This year there was a question on the river Jhelum. Then we will discuss about Brahmaputra and its tributaries, Ganga and its tributaries, then peninsular rivers, some rivers flowing towards west, some flowing towards east. साधना has a question that geography engineers के लिए best option होता है। ऐसा नहीं है साधना, ये आपके इंटरेस्ट पे डिपेंड करता है। बिकॉज सब्जेक्ट यूपीएससी का कोई भी सब्जेक्ट, स्पेशली अगर मैं कहूँ हिस्ट्री, पॉलिटी, एंथ्रोपोलॉजी, फिलॉसफी, पॉलिटिकल साइंस, पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, सोशियोलॉजी, आपको कोई जरूरी नहीं है कि इसमें बैकग्राउंड होना चाहिए। अगर आपका ये ग्रेजुएशन में बैकग्राउंड नहीं भी रहा है तो आप इजीली इसको ले सकते हैं। बैकग्राउंड कहां पे ज्यादा चाहिए? मेडिकल साइंस, फिजिक्स, इंजीनियरिंग सब्जेक्ट्स लाइक सिविल इंजीनियरिंग, मैकेनिकल इंजीनियर, एग्रीकल्चर। बट यस, एक एज साइंस स्टूडेंट को कहां मिल जाता है? क्योंकि जो फर्स्ट पार्ट है क्लाइमेट, ओशन, जियोमॉर्फोलॉजी, बायोजियोग्राफी, वो थोड़ा साइंटिफिक है नेचर में, तो इसीलिए इंजीनियर स्टूडेंट्स के लिए वो थोड़ा एक एज हो जाता है। अदरवाइज अगर आप देखो, कुछ यूनिवर्सिटीज बीए ज्योग्राफी दे रही हैं, कुछ यूनिवर्सिटी बीएससी ज्योग्राफी दे रही है, तो इसका मतलब ज्योग्राफी इज अ ब्लेंड ऑफ बोथ ह्यूमन एज वेल एज फिजिकल ज्योग्राफी. इज दिस क्लियर? नाउ ये ड्रेनेज सिस्टम प्रीलिम्स के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, हर साल क्वेश्चन आ ही जाता है. अब इसमें हमें क्या करना होता है, अपार्ट फ्रॉम द इंफॉर्मेशन विच इज गिवन इन आर बेसिक एनसीईआरटीज, आपको न्यूज़पेपर्स को रेगुलर पढ़ना है. कोई रिवर के बारे में कोई इंफॉर्मेशन है, कोई नेशनल पार्क से कोई रिवर जा रही है, किसी रिवर पे कोई नया प्रोजेक्ट आया है. इज दिस क्लियर? एंड आफ्टर दैट you have some topics which are of disaster management, heat waves, cold waves, etc. इसमें एक और आता है फॉरेस्ट फायर. In world geography we will discuss one more thing here. In world geography we're going to discuss one more thing. We will discuss about sea level change. वो भी एक क्लाइमेट चेंज का ही पार्ट है. जैसे मैंने कहा था, इम्पैक्ट ऑफ क्लाइमेट चेंज ऑन हाइड्रोस्फीयर. इज इट क्लियर? तनु इज सेइंग व्हाट इज द क्राइटेरिया सेट अप फॉर एससी कास्ट कैंडिडेट्स इन द यूपीएससी एग्जाम. तनु, you can do better one thing. In the chat box I will send you the number. It is better you call on that number. The counselor will be the right person to guide you on that. Is this clear? In the chat box I will be posting the number. You can just note down that number or go to the Tathastu website also. There is a number given of the counselor. You can call on that number. She will be the right person to guide you regarding that. Now, this is the syllabus with respect to your physical geography. Now, there is another part which is human geography. ये किसका पढ़ना हमें? इंडिया का. Very important. In this you have different parts. Agriculture. Can I say agriculture is an economic activity also? तो क्या मैं इसको economic geography कह सकता हूं? Then you have resources. I told you resources can be energy based, mineral based. Minerals can be metallic and it can be non-metallic. So what you have to understand, again this information is given in NCERT basic. Distribution of the minerals in India. There are mineral belts given in India. Is it clear? There are mineral belts given in India. Metallic mineral distribution, non-metallic mineral distribution. We will also discuss it here with respect to the maps also. And energy can be two types, renewable energy and non-renewable energy. देखो last year mains में question भी पूछा था. If you talk about one of the renewable source of energy, wind energy. Now अब हमें ये नहीं पढ़ना wind energy है क्या. How we have to read it? Understand, since 2013, UPSC has completely changed the way of asking the questions. Since this codification has been done in the GS paper, especially if I give an example, अब वो ये नहीं पूछेगा wind energy क्या है. How we have to study what is wind energy, which are the leading producers of wind energy in the world, what is the status of India in generating the wind energy. Then we'll be discussing here what are onshore wind farms, what are offshore wind farms, what are advantages of onshore, what are disadvantages of onshore, what are advantages of offshore, what are disadvantages of offshore. Then we will discuss the challenges which India is facing regarding the wind energy and the spatial distribution. Spatial means occupying any space. तो कहां पे कैसे विंड एनर्जी जनरेट हो रही है और उसके चैलेंजेस क्या है. सिमिलरली दे कैन आस्क यू द सेम फॉर सोलर एनर्जी, tidal energy. So this way you have to prepare these topics. Now these topics now are not detailed given in NCERT. Now question is where you can cover them, either in the classes, teachers will discuss, either in newspapers can be the right source. Those people who want to prepare of their own, newspapers will be the right source for it. And this is very important. If you check the prelims and mains paper, maximum questions are being asked coming from this part. Now, what is agriculture? It is a blend topic with the economy, Indian economy also. What is agriculture? Problems of Indian agriculture, features of Indian agriculture. What is agriculture intensity? This year there was a question also in comparison to China. So you have to study here about what is agricultural intensity. When I was teaching this topic, agriculture intensity, cropping pattern of Indian agriculture, so a lot of people used to say, sir, do you think UPSC gonna ask this? Because it is mainly an optional topic. You never know about the UPSC. This year they asked the question from this. So then we have to discuss about what are the problems faced by the Indian agriculture and how it can be improved. Then you have to discuss about changing cropping pattern of sugarcane, changing cropping pattern of cotton, changing cropping pattern of rice, wheat, tobacco, jute, and what are the challenges faced by these sectors. Now, apart from this, you have some revolutions like Green Revolution, White Revolution, Blue Revolution, Evergreen Revolution. Now, you don't have to study what is Green Revolution. What is component of Green Revolution? What is outcome of Green Revolution? Is it clear? And then what are the challenges of Green Revolution and why there is a need for second Green Revolution? Same with the Blue Revolution. Same we will discuss with the Milk Revolution. Now, time to time you can update the current of it either from PIB or either from newspapers. The best source. Is this clear? Then you have here infrastructure, some industries. Now these some industries can be based on raw material like coal, iron, manganese, zinc. Some can be agro-based industry, cotton textile, jute, sugarcane. We have to discuss why these industries were initially centralized and how they decentralized over the time. मतलब ये ऐसी इंडस्ट्रीज पहले एक ही जगह सारी कॉन्सेंट्रेट थी और उसके बाद डिसेंट्रलाइज अलग अलग कैसे होगी, तो उसके कुछ फैक्टर्स हैं. अब यूपीएससी नहीं पूछेगा आयरन एंड स्टील इंडस्ट्री कहाँ है, वो पूछेगा व्हाट इज द रीजन फॉर डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन, हाउ दिस इंडस्ट्री, हाउ रॉ मटेरियल एज अ फैक्टर इज नो मोर इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर दिस इंडस्ट्री. सो ऐसे ऐसे क्वेश्चन उन्होंने पूछे भी हैं और दे कैन आस्क यू. इज दिस क्लियर? There is one question, how can I join Tathastu Institute? Again, I'll be posting here number, or you can go to the website of the Tathastu. The whole information is given there. You can either call the counselor, they will give you the whole information. Now, apart from this, we have to study another part like transport. Again, these topics are overlapped with your Indian economy. These topics are overlapped with your Indian economy. Like in transport, what you have to discuss? Roadways. अब ऐसा नहीं है नेशनल हाईवेज याद करने लग जाओ. We can study it with respect to role of roadways, role of waterways, very important. Role of roadways, role of waterways in bridging the regional inequalities in India. Similarly, there is one more, ports we can discuss, inland waterways we can discuss. इस साल एक डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन था पोर्ट्स पे. इज इट क्लियर? बेसिकली हम लोग ना इन चीजों को लगता है बहुत इजी है, छोड़ देते हैं, और यूपीएससी इसी में से क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है. इज दिस क्लियर? देन आफ्टर दैट वी विल बी डिस्कसिंग वन मोर, which is here very important part, water. ये भी एक रिसोर्स है, water scarcity, और we can say water stress, और इसी को आगे पढ़ेंगे with respect to interlinking. ये हमारा बेसिकली मेन सिलेबस था. 90% चीजें आपको एनसीईआरटी में इजीली मिल जाएंगी अगर आप थॉरोली पढ़ो. तो मेरा सजेशन ये रहेगा 6 to 9th की, सॉरी 6 to 12th क्लास की आप एनसीईआरटीज अच्छी तरह पढ़िए, और जो इसका डायनेमिक पार्ट है दैट यू कैन कवर फ्रॉम न्यूज़पेपर्स. इज इट क्लियर? नाउ दिस वाज ऑल अबाउट द सिलेबस. सोर्सेज आई टोल्ड यू, प्लीज डोंट read any unnecessary source, don't compile yourself with lot of books. बेसिक चीजें पढ़िए. Now, any question from your end? Questions है कुछ? हिंदी में क्लासेस कब से होंगी? आई थिंक ये बाइलिंगुअल क्लासेस चलेंगी. इट विल बी इन इंग्लिश, नॉट इन कंप्लीट हिंदी. Anything else? See, it depends. Any newspaper is good. It depends on you. आपको इंटरेस्ट किस में? इंडियन एक्सप्रेस भी अच्छा है, द हिंदू भी अच्छा है. बट ऐसा मत करना कि सारे पढ़ लेना, देन अननेसेसरी विल बी वेस्टिंग योर टाइम. ठीक है. Thank you guys. I will just take your leave and we'll come up with one more session very soon. You can either send your suggestions to the Tathastu. We will try our best to come up with another video with all the resolution for